'Cause the time is now. Screaming till you're breathless, till all the voices drown. We ain't backing down. Oh, time is now. Don't wanna just a liar. Don't wanna feel the fire. Tell me what to do. Hey, hey. Listen in the heart. It's leading me for another. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. Don't wanna just a liar. Don't wanna feed the fire. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. What to do. Baby, why don't you like me? You never look at me, it hurts me. I'm confused. Baby, why don't you want me? Your eyes, they make me cold, it's haunting. I feel you. Would you like me if I got prettier? I can check, I'll get my skinnier. I'll take class to be the smartest one. I'll put out to get your attention. If I try, you're like, don't talk to me. I'm so miserable, cynical, emotional. You're so hard, I don't get that game to play. But you're wonderful, cynical, emotional. Emotional, emotional, emotional.
Hi guys, and welcome to our 4th birthday live from the Hive. Happy birthday. As you can see, I'm all on my own in the salon. So for the next couple of hours, you're going to have to put up with me sitting on my own, finding some things to do. I'm only kidding. We have got a couple of hours that are packed with guests. We've got 12 guests. We've got young people coming on. We've got former team members, and we have got some of our team members. So we will be speaking to them, asking them questions, getting them involved in some rec challenges, as well as looking back on some of our former highlights, some of the things that we've done over the last 4 years, all the things that make the Hive such a wonderful, wonderful place. If you want to get involved in the chat, please do so. Let us know what's going on. Get involved. You can ask some questions yourself and I'll try and answer them. But the next couple of hours, we're going to look at recapping what we've been getting up to over the last 4 years and celebrating everything about the Hive. Now, as you can see, at the moment, I'm on my own. I haven't got a mask on, but we have got some state-of-the-art barrier. So we are socially distanced. We've got a barrier between me and the guest. We are ventilated, so we've got the air conditioning on. We've got the windows open. So there's loads of fresh air, moving around the building. So we are making sure that we are keeping in with the guidelines. And before we go to our first video and our first guest, I just wanted to have a little bit of a recap of some of the things that we've done over the last 4 years at the Hive. We have had 11,000 members visit us during those 4 years. That's 11,000 young people. That totals a number of 218,695 times the building has been visited. That's 9,568 hours of youth work delivery. We have served a whopping 781,924 meals to all the young people in the Wirral. And we've also sold 431,000 slushes, no, 431,600 slushes during that time. So that's a lot of slushes that you guys have all been drinking. Alongside that, we have played many different rec activities, art activities, sports activities, the amount of goals that have been scored on the kick pitch, hoops that have been scored in basketball, tennis. I hazard to have a guess at how many times the climbing wall has been climbed and completed, and up and down. And as we all know, climbing has its ups and downs. We have done multiple residentials. We have been to the Lake District. We have been to Wales. We have been on the tall ships around the country. We have been to various youth zones. We have done a number of amazing and different things. Now, the past year has been slightly different, and that's why we are bringing our birthday party to you virtually today. We've had to change things up because we can't have as many young people in the building as what we would usually like and what we would normally hope. But there is good news. We are hopefully starting to come out of lockdown and the restrictions are starting to get eased. So slowly but surely, we will be welcoming more and more young people into the building so we can carry on doing all the fun, great things that we've been doing. As I said, we have got 12 guests. So we have got 3 team members who you all know, 3 former team members who are all young people's favourites. We've got 3 young people to come on, and we've got 3 of the original Youth Zone Development Group members who you will all recognise and have all got a fascinating story to tell. So I'm really excited for the next couple of hours. I hope you all are too. Grab yourselves some popcorn, get some chocolate, get the fizzy drinks in, hot chocolate, whatever it is that you want to be having to enjoy yourselves. But come down and join us, not physically, on YouTube, on Facebook, or wherever it is, because we will be doing all sorts. And another thing, we are running a poll on Instagram because we will be gunging a member of staff. So you can vote for your member of staff that you want to gunge on the Instagram. That will happen at the end of the night. So please tune in and watch. You will have a choice of Dougie, Trina, Jill, and myself. So please don't vote for me because I won't enjoy it. Trina's feeling really confident. She doesn't think it's going to be her. Jill, again, not phased. Dougie is determined that no one will vote for him. So, guys, get voting. And then I think we will be going to our first video, which will be our opening day and the official and opening. So sit back, enjoy the videos, have fun, and when you come back, we will have our first guest with us. Take care, and I'll see you soon.
Welcome to the Hive!
We've got a full day of activities planned.
We've just hit 1,000 members.
Come check it out.
Come inside and follow us. My name's Rosie and I'm the 1,000th member of the Hive today. It means loads to me because it's not every day that there's something like as great as this has actually been built so close to home.
from a team of people. Everybody is pulled together to make sure we've got the funding and everything in place to build this wonderful facility.
Volunteers are really important because the Hive wouldn't be able to run without the volunteers. I wanted to give back something to my community because this is where I live and I had nothing like this when I was younger, so I wanted to just do something for the future generations.
It's such like a good opportunity for people our age and obviously for people younger as well. There's so many different things you can do. Hive is just amazing.
There is nothing like it. It is unique. You know, it's going to make a real difference to the lives of young people on the Wirral.
It's just a really nice atmosphere, like it's like a lot of nice people here, so like they don't judge you or anything.
When me Harvey and Owen got here, we were like, oh my God, look at the queue. And then yeah, when we got in, we just loved it, all three of us.
This is my first time coming to anything like this because I haven't been managing to get out the door. And like I was really nervous about coming in, but then once I was in here, I've settled down like quite a lot, and I've got used to the place now, and it's a really enjoyable place. Like I don't want to go now.
It's a culmination of many years of hard work in businesses, you know, the volunteers, the local residents in the neighbourhood. Everybody has really embraced this, and that's why I'm convinced it's going to be a success, because everybody is behind it 100%.
I'm most excited about making a difference to the young people's lives and giving them something to look forward to every day.
Not everybody can excel in school, but everyone has a quality. What this facility and what we will do is we'll nurture that quality and help everybody to achieve everything that they can hope to achieve in life.
Thank you for coming to check us out.
To sign up with £5 membership a year.
50p a visit.
See you all soon! We did it! Yay!
Fantastic for my 8-year-old daughter who suffers with social skills, and the Hive's been amazing, bringing her out of her shell and so on. So I'm really proud that Harry and Meg are coming to see what amazing work that the Hive does.
So hi guys, that video was from our opening day and our official opening. So as you can see, we had lots of people in the building, and we had that fella that looks like me as well, which is a bit unhearing because when I went to Future, he followed me down there as well. Now, hopefully that he's on the other side of the water, I won't be bumping into him when I go to Tesco's. But as you can see, we have got our first guest today. This is Nettie. And I thought it was really, really apt that our first guest would be one of our receptionists, a fan favourite with the young people, a fan favourite with the staff, especially me, because she always supplied me with sweets. So Nettie, how are you?
I'm really well, thank you very much. I'm doing good, and it's lovely to be here. I've missed it.
Brilliant. It's lovely to have you here. How did it feel for you walking back into the building after so long?
It's like having a warm hug, but without the actual feeling of anybody, because you're not allowed to hug.
You're not allowed to, no?
But it's like coming home. It's like family being here. I absolutely love it.
It is. And I think everyone always kind of goes on about how fantastic the building is, and it's amazing. It's got so many different facets and so many different things to it. But I think you've just kind of encapsulated everything that it means. It's like being at home. You need to, Nettie, you need to put your mic closer to your mouth. So I think, you know, you've encapsulated that. It's about that whole thing of, it's like a massive hug and people feel like it's home to them.
Yeah.
But
sorry, Steve, it's the people that make it here.
Yeah.
It's just the people. They are wonderful at what they do. And they make everybody feel so welcome, not just the young people, but staff as well.
No, they're definitely doing it. And I think the whole ethos of what we try to achieve here at the Hive is to make people feel like they're at home so that they feel safe and they feel secure. And we hope that we make not just all our young people, but everybody that comes into the building.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for joining us. And I know that you've got a very busy schedule. So we're really, really grateful that you've come back to see us today, and it's been too long. So hopefully it won't be too long before we see you again. But what I've got a couple of questions for you, Nettie. And one of the first things that I wanted to ask you is, what is your earliest memory of the Hive? What is your own personal earliest memory of the Hive?
Watching it being built and not realising at first what it was going to be. And then knowing that it was going to be a youth centre for the young people of Birkenhead was amazing, because I didn't feel at that time that there was really anything for our young people to do. And I know that sometimes young people get a bad press, don't they? You know,
they do.
And they hang around and they put their hoods up because that's what they like to do. But they're not bad, you know. No. It's just that maybe misunderstood might be a good way of describing them. But coming here has given them so much to do, so many activities, people to talk to, which is really important when you're growing up. You need that listening ear. So that was my first earliest memory of the Hive, was seeing it being built.
I didn't realise that was your earliest memory, and it's really good, because you've seen it sort of grow, and we're now celebrating its 4th birthday. But I guess for you, it started long before what we would say is our birthday, because you've seen it in its inception and growing. So you've really seen the journey that the Hive's been on, and that's amazing. So from that, what's the best part of working at the Hive?
Oh, here we go. I think the young people obviously make it, don't they?
They do.
You know, their faces, they grumble sometimes as well. You know, you have to take the rough with the smooth. But just seeing how happy they are when they come in, the things that they have to do, but the things they have to do, really make it for them. And the way they interact with the staff are just amazing. The way they are with the young people, and nothing is ever too much trouble for our staff here. And we go out of our way to help the young people, and I think that's really important.
100%, and I think that links into what you were saying earlier, Nettie, about young people are misunderstood, and we want to change those perceptions for young people, and we want to change the way that the world views young people, because I don't know, this might sound cheesy, but for me, and you know, it's the lyrics of a song, but the young people are the future, and children are the future, and in them, they're going to change the world for the better. And I kind of also think that when you said before about like how the staff are really, really good with them, do you think that it's because youth workers are just kids that have never really grew up, or adults that have never really grew up, should I say? Would that be a good way of describing them?
there are many personalities here. Let's be polite about people. There are many personalities. And everybody, I think, who works here, they like children.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you couldn't work in a place like this, could you? You have to like children.
You do.
know?
And we're quite fortunate that all of our young people that come here are amazing young people. They're very talented. They challenge us, but they challenge us in the right way. And working together, we can make a change for Birkenhead and the community of the Wirral and further afield. And I think that's really, really important. So what's your funniest memory of the Hive? And you need to keep this one clean.
Okay. Well, I've got a lot, but
okay, give us a couple.
Okay,
give us your top three.
My first junior session, I didn't know where all the children were going when I walked up to the building because they were queuing outside to come in. And I thought they must be giving something away free because I've never seen so many children. And then I walked in and obviously onto reception, and there was just faces in front of me, and you had to laugh because I didn't know anybody's name. Yeah. So I had to ask 2 or 3 times, and I kept saying to the kids, I'm really sorry, I'm a bit old and I must be losing my hearing. Please, could you say your name again? And it was just fab that there were so many young people wanting to come in on a Wednesday night. It was superb.
I remember those days, Wednesday nights, especially when we first started with busy nights.
Yeah. And then other funny memories. Do you remember locker keys?
How can we not forget them with a big block of wood on them?
That's right, yeah. I've lost my locker key. How can you? It's got a big block of wood on the end of it. How can you lose it? And
there was a junior somewhere who'd made it then out of locker keys. It was like a fort.
Like an igloo.
Yeah.
And then this one lovely girl, she said, I think it's a pink locker, right? So, right.
Take your pick.
And I can't find my key. So we get the master key and we go through all the pink lockers. No. And then we go for all the grey ones. And eventually she then said, after about 20 minutes of opening lockers and not being able to find her things, oh, I remember I put them in my friend's bag. So you had to laugh. You couldn't get cross with them. You just have to laugh.
Well, that's it, yeah. So, which kind of leads... Well, what I'm going to do is I've got a little bit of a rec challenge for you, Nettie, and then I'm going to ask you what your funniest... what your favourite memory is. Okay. So the rec challenge is, and this is what we're going to do with all our guests, we've got a little bit of a rec challenge.
Okay.
Now I'm just going to put them in the middle here. This is the Oreo challenge. Make sure that I've got everything tucked in.
I can't wait.
So you've got to pick a number, Nettie.
Yes.
And then I'll sit down before you come. So you pick any number. Once you lift it up, I'll go after you. You eat the Oreo that's underneath. Nettie's gone for number 5. What's wrong, Nettie?
It's got toothpaste in it. Toothpaste. It's not an Oreo. It's toothpaste.
So, am I allowed to pick? I'll pick one now, Nettie. I'm gonna go for my favourite number. No, don't know. Number 2. Right. I'm gonna try mine. I've got an Oreo, Nettie.
I can't believe that. Honestly, I bet I picked the only one that isn't an Oreo here.
You're welcome to have another go if you would like, Nettie.
No, I'm fine. I'm just too busy brushing my teeth, Steve. Okay, just hang on.
Well, thank you for taking part and being a good sport, Nettie. So, I'm going to ask you now, what is your favourite memory? And I'm going to finish my
You'll have to bear
Oreo.
You have to bear with me here. I'm frothing at the mouth. Just hang on.
Do you know this is the first time I've ever had an Oreo as well, and I got the right one?
So, favourite memory, Hive. Absolutely loved it. I don't know who was more scared, me or the girls that came running out screaming. It was honestly, Hive held such fabulous memories for me. It was amazing what the staff had done that night. It was the night. It was just superb. Loved it. Loved it.
What I love about the Hive is, and like what you said before, you get the kids, they come in and they're full of bravado and they're like, I'm not going to be scared. You can't scare me. And then every single one of them comes running out the sports hall, scared, terrified out the pants, and literally, some are even crying.
Yeah.
And, you know, some are coming out and they're like, ah!
I know, I'm truly crying, real tears crying, that scared, which is just superb.
And it's a great opportunity for us as youth workers to get our own back on the kids and give them a little bit of a fright. But it's you know, the people that have worked hard and gone into the planning and stuff, it's a fantastic thing, and it's something that we're really proud of, that we're able to give that on. But it's quite funny because that's your favourite memory, and our next video is going to be Hive. So before we put our video on, Nettie, I'd just like to say thank you very much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure, and don't be a stranger, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks for having me. It's been superb. Thanks a lot.
No, thank you very much, Nettie, and take care. Hiya, Tash.
Right, Steve.
So as you can see, we've got Tash with us. Tash, I was looking at those videos and photos then, and I felt a little bit frightened. I don't know about you.
Yeah, definitely. Like, just thinking that 4 years ago, I was a young person. It's like so scary.
It is so scary being here. It's weird. So for the guys at home that don't know, before the Hive come into being, there was what we call a youth zone development group. Every youth zone that on side have opened have a youth zone development group, and that's a group of young people that come together and they help to plan, to lobby, to consult, and basically put into place a lot of these things that you see within the Hive Youth Zone. Now, Tash, you may know Tash as a young person or as a member of staff, but Tash was actually one of the initial members of the Youth Zone Development Group. Is that right, Tash? Yeah. And you also hold the accolade for being the first official member of the Hive as well. Is that right?
Yeah, first senior member to sign up, yeah.
So, as you can imagine, Tash's history is entwined with the Hive, Tash's story, and if it wasn't for people like Tash and some of the other young people that we're going to meet, the Hive wouldn't be here today and it wouldn't be what it's what. So we all have a massive debt of gratitude to Tash. So thank you, Tash, for giving us all the opportunity for the last 4 years to live and breathe and be a part of the Hive, because it's down to people like you. So from me and from everybody else, thank you very much.
Thank you. It's also down to people like you as well. I know other young people like me, but about people like you as well. No one else like do the stuff that we've done either. So.
No, you definitely would. It's amazing what you guys have done. And that kind of like wants to lead me into the first question that I'm going to ask you, Tash. But what's the best thing about being involved with the Youth Zone Development Group?
I think like the best thing about like being part of the development group was like having like the opportunity to just like you could just anything you really wanted, like you could do. Like if you wanted to like put on like an event to promote the Hive, you could do that. Like if you interviewed all the members of staff, like no other opportunity, like in workplace, young people would not get to interview the staff that they're going to work.
Yeah.
And I think that was just like amazing, like an amazing opportunity.
It was fantastic, and because of yourself, you know, it is the reason that the majority of the staff team are here. But you must have sat in on some of those interviews, and you must have heard a lot of bad jokes, Tash. What was the worst one and what was the best one?
I can't even remember like the worst one, but I think I'm going to steal Alex's thunder here a bit. But the best one was Mark's interview of the chicken crossing the road. I can't even remember what the joke was. Alex will remember it, but me and Alex were just involved. I can continue with the interview. Alex had to ask my questions for me because I couldn't speak. But, yeah.
Well, what I remember from that interview is that I had to go in, and I think you all had pizza. You all had like a big Domino's or a Pizza Hut, and I went in, you were all like, you were going to sleep, and I was like, what a tough gig this is, because you were like, why do you want a job at the Hive? But no, it was good memories. So, what does the Hive mean to you?
What the Hive means to me, like everything. Like it's helped me in so many ways as a young person and staff member. And it's just so like a part of me, like I don't know what to do without the Hive in my life. I've just been lost.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the Hive not being here. I've been involved that long that I just can't even like.
How long roughly have you been involved? Because it goes way beyond the 4 years, doesn't it? Like Nettie said before about when she's seeing it being built, your involvement goes well beyond that again, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it's like 6 years.
6 years. That's amazing. So, what's your favourite memory, Tash?
There's so many favourite memories. I think one of like my ultimate favourite memories was like coming in when it had like first just been built and seeing everything like finished. Like the kick pitch, I was just like in absolute awe over. I was like, oh my god.
Do you remember when we had the soft opening and we got to play football on the kick pitch? And Ryan dislocated his on the first day. And we were like, oh my God, that was like for me and Andy, that was like a real introduction. And we were like, we're going to have to like figure things out. But yeah, I forgot about the kick pitch. So you don't get away with the rec challenge either, by the way. But I'm pitting you against Lewis and Alex. So you're all going to do the same one. So you're going to do, I'm not doing this because I don't like cream and it makes me sick. But what you've got to do, I've left some squirty cream by you. So you need to put it on your hand, and then as you go like that with your hand, you flick it up in the air, and you've got to try and catch it in your mouth.
Okay.
So, but you've got to do it to the camera so everybody else can see. Are you game?
Yeah.
Go on then. Got to put a big lot on. More than that, Tash. Keep going. That's enough. Go on. I'll let you off with that. If you don't get it in first time, you've got to have a go again. That is close. Try it standing up. It's got to go really high in the air. Try another one. Bex couldn't do it before, but Bex isn't strong. There you go. Right, you've really got to like whack it up now so it goes high. Yes, well done, Tash. Tash, you're a great sport. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for all the hard work that you've ever put into the Hive. And like I said earlier on, if it wasn't for people like you, this building wouldn't be here. So all the young people that come here, they owe you a big debt of gratitude. And to see you out, we've got a performance by Edge of 17. So guys, Tash is saying goodbye because she doesn't want to pick up the microphone again and get it covered in cream. But yeah, thank you very much, Tash.
Yeah!
So, guys, you've just heard the wonderful sounds of Edge of 17. See lots of our staff having loads of fun, as well as some of our young people celebrating, having a good time. I'm going to introduce you to our next guest now. Our next guest is one of our Hive Ability members, Adam Campbell Singh. Adam, how are we? Can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you just fine. Good to be here. Virtually, I suppose.
Brilliant, Adam. And I love the decorations in the background. Is that for the Hive's birthday?
Nobody else bothers to do it. Well, I was against it, but I got my mom to thank.
Brilliant. And I'm loving your t-shirts as well, by the way.
Oh, thanks. That's nostalgia right there.
Brilliant. Adam, thank you very much for joining us. And I'm just going to ask you a few quick questions. Just want to know a little bit about what you think of the Hive and what it means to you. So my first question for you, Adam, is what do you enjoy about the Hive and coming to Hive Ability?
Oh, everything. Gives me more time to make friends, you know, just do the regular socializing. Most of whom are people I basically know from college or school, rather. Yeah, a special shout out to Michael and Adam Marius.
Brilliant. You're giving shout outs, Adam. I love that. And I love the fact that you can come here and you can socialise and make lots of friends. And I know I had the pleasure of spending some time during lockdown when we done Round the World and with Joe, and you definitely put a smile on my face. Jill said the same when we done it, and you'd always made us really, really happy. So thank you from us to you for that, because you really did made working out fun and enjoyable.
Yeah, especially when I do that 3, 2, 1 every time, virtually.
Definitely. So, Adam, what do you think? What has the Hive done for you? What's special about the Hive for you?
Oh, it's giving me more friends. It's giving me something to do during the weekend, obviously.
Yeah. And has that made you more confident? And
oh yeah, I've actually been considering going there for a while. I've been there for like 2019, 2020, 2021, 3 years now.
How many? 3 years.
3 years now.
So it's became part of your life then, mate, yeah?
Yeah, I've only considered joining since I've been mistreated by a prior club, by Autism Together, where it was only like basically a select couple of people, and then I got sick and tired of it. Besides, I was getting old. So I decided to come here after much deliberation.
Yeah. So what is your favourite like session or activity that you do on Hive Ability, Adam?
Yeah, my most regular activity has to be like let's see, music, which was what I basically did prior to lockdown with my friends.
Brilliant. So Adam, what's your favourite memory then?
Oh, that is an excellent question. I have too many to count. One, the Hive Together, where the whole sports hall was turned into like a haunted house, and we were chased around the whole place by demons. And that trip to Manchester for that Special Olympics kind of thing.
Have you just tried doing a Manchester accent, have you, Adam?
Oh no, certainly not.
I'd love to be able to try and do one for you. I can't even think. I can't do one with you. But Adam, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. Thank you so much for coming and joining us having our celebration.
I have a few more memories too.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Adam, stay on, because we're going to have some blooper reels now. Some of them from the last year. So stay on. Watch the bloopers with us. Thank you very much, mate. Take care, and I'll see you soon.
Wait, I haven't finished. Yeah.
Oh, go on. Sorry. What do you want to say?
I had one more memory. I certainly have.
Lucy already. You ready? Are you recording already? Hi
here. So as you may know, we will be partially reopening from Monday the 20th of July.
Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. Good times never seem so good. So good, so good, so good. Oh, Caroline, ba ba ba. I believe they never would. Do you guys want that? Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. Good times never seem so good.
What do I do on Fridays?
Drama and social media. We watch film, documentaries.
Hi guys, my name's Bex. You'll find me here at the I can't do this.
I don't want to do this. Right, right.
Right.
Does my hair look okay?
Hello. Ooh, lemony. Oh,
I have to start laughing. It's recording. Oh no, hang on, that's fun. No, you can't leave like that because I don't know what I said, but I said it so.
Saturday night, you don't want to.
I did one take, that's a record for me.
Hi guys, so I hope you enjoyed some of the bloopers that we made during our lockdown. As you can see, not everything that you're seeing on social media was polished and professional. We did struggle at times and we did make a lot of mistakes, so I hope you enjoyed seeing some of them. As you can see, I've got our inclusion manager with us, Dougie, another one of the member of staff that's been with us right the way from the start. Dougie, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yeah.
Brilliant. Are you nervous?
A little bit unsure of what you've got in store for us, but I'm sure I will survive. I'm sure I'll survive work.
I wouldn't do anything bad to you, Dougie.
No, of course not.
Oh, no, Dougie knows me better than that. So, Dougie, like I said to you, you are one of the original members of staff. You were with the team from the start. I remember meeting you up at Eastham, so we go back quite a fair bit before we opened. But what's your earliest memory of the Hive?
For me, and I know Nettie sort of mentioned this earlier on, but as somebody who sort of grew up fairly locally, I remember seeing it being built, and sort of the anticipation of it was really quite exciting. And I remember sort of on my way to obviously jobs that I was doing before the Hive, sort of driving past, and I literally remember driving past thinking, I'm going to work there.
That's amazing.
I've heard so much about it, and thankfully that came good and yeah, worked out for me.
No, and it couldn't have worked out any better for you. So you visualised it, and that's a good message for our young people to see as well, as that, you know, if you want something enough, you go out and you get it and you make it happen. So really, really inspirational. So from like when we first opened and stuff, how do you think it's changed, like since when we started to the journey that we've been on now?
I think in terms of some of the activities we've got on, we've obviously been able to develop a program along the way. We've obviously got more and more young people through the door. The relationships have built with the young people, and yeah, it's just developed really, really well, I think.
It has, fantastically. So that leads me on to ask you, Dougie, what are you most proud of as inclusion manager, as someone that works at the Hive? What is it that you're most proud of?
For me, it has to be that reputation that we've really made on a name for ourselves now in the local area, in terms of being that sort of genuinely fully inclusive place. And that's not just down to me, that's down to the amazing team that we have here. You know, thankfully, you know, we all make it happen together. But yeah, as somebody who sort of oversees that side of things, that obviously makes me really proud that we've got that reputation, and that it's all worked out really, really well for us. I think anybody who's involved with the Hive will tell you that when you come through that door, everybody is treated as an individual.
Yeah.
And that's obviously something that's really important to me in my role. But like I say, that's down to the team and everybody that makes that happen.
No, definitely. And I think you're right, Dougie. I think it's something that you should be really, really proud of, because I think through the ethos, through working with you and through the hard work that you've done along with the team, it really has been an inclusive youth zone, and you've helped to make young people feel really, really welcome. But I think for me, the biggest thing about like your role and the work that I see yourself and Joe Patton have done is educating our young people. And that's the best bit, is that our young people lead that inclusion now, I think. And I think that's because of the standards that the likes of yourself have set. And that's so, I think it's an amazing job that you do, and you should be rightly proud of everything that you've done here.
I think as well, I'm quite, obviously you mentioned about the young people here, I'm quite excited about this generation of young people, because we are at a point now where we do have a genuinely fully inclusive generation on the whole.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited to see sort of what changes that makes for the future.
And where they can take it.
Yeah.
100%. So Dougie, what's your favourite memory then?
I think there's so many. Obviously, the one that people is standing out to so many people is obviously the Hive Again, but as well as Hive Again, there's so many other events that we've done over the years. So the Schools Out is a particular favourite. Obviously, some of the live music nights that we've done. But if I had to choose one, I would say it's probably that opening day, that main opening day when we first got to open our doors. Because I think it was at that point for me, it sounds a little bit cliche, but it was at that point for me where we realised what a special thing we were getting involved with.
100%.
We say it all the time, but it's so true. And, you know, it needs to be said that this is a special place to work, and it's like a big family, isn't it, really?
It is, it really is. And we're quite fortunate with the young people that we get to work with as well.
Yeah.
So Dougie, I don't know if there's anything that you want to ask me, because I have got a rec challenge for you, and I think it'd be probably best to finish on the rec challenge. So I don't know if you've got any questions for me.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, sort of, what is your favourite thing about your role here at the Hive?
I think for me, I think it's quite similar to a lot of like the team and a lot of the staff. My favourite thing about being able to work at the Hive is being like a local lad, like what you said before, and not kind of having somewhere like this when I was growing up, and I kind of missed out. And I'm really, really jealous now when I look back, and I think I would have loved that and I would have done, like, you know. But so it's being able to work with young people and being able to help them and guide them and shape them in whatever it is that they want to do in life. And I think that's really, it's a privilege for me. I see it as a privilege and an honour. So I think that's the best thing about being working at the Hive is working with the young people and being just a small part of their life, and hopefully that one day something that I've done or said or shown them helps them in some way.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, they probably go, does my head in him, he hates him, but I hope at some point something clicks and they go, that's why he said it and that's why he done it.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Dougie, I've got a little bit of a challenge for you, and it includes some Bean Boozle, and it's a bit of a quiz.
Okay.
Just smashing the place up before we start. So what I'm going to need to do, I'm going to need to maybe put these in the middle.
Right.
Now, Bex has sorted this challenge out, so I don't want you blaming me, but they're all horrible flavoured Bean Boozles.
That probably worries me even more that Bex has been.
So we're not going to spin it. I'm just going to put them in the middle of us, Dougie, so it's fair. And Bex has got a couple of flags, so she's got the answers in the cupboard. I haven't seen these, so you can see that they're covered. I don't know if I slide this over to Mark, so it's all, and Mark can be the official adjudicator.
Okay.
Dougie, do you want the odd? And what we'll do is we'll show the camera. I'll show you, and then you can see if you can get the flag. Do you want to pick the odds or the evens? There's 6 cards, there's 6 flags. Odds or evens, Dougie?
I'll pick the evens.
So Dougie's gone for the evens. So shall I show you one first, or do you want me to do that? So number 1, that's number 1. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so you've seen that. As you can see, there's nothing on the back, Dougie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the fit, that's a bit of a tough one.
I am terrible at flags, by the way.
See, I'm not so bad at flags because I like World Cups, Summer Olympics, the European Championships. So that's the first one. I'm gonna go Liechtenstein, or Liechtenstein, however you say it. Correct. Got it. Just gonna show everybody. So that's Dougie's flag, number 2.
I need to think. I can only think of ones that I know it isn't. Gonna go for Nigeria.
Nigeria. Dougie's gone for Nigeria.
I don't
Mark.
think it is, unfortunately.
St.
No.
Lucia. Dougie, can you take a couple of bean boozles? How did they taste, Dougie? Okay. You got lucky. Bex, you told me they were all horrible flavours.
No, I think I've done okay there.
Okay, so number 3 is for me. I'm not going to lie, I know this one straight off, or I think I do. England played them in a World Cup, and nearly to the European Championship not so long ago.
Not bad aftertaste now. That's not wonderful aftertaste.
No, this is on me. This is my. Oh, you nearly give me your answer then, Dougie.
Yeah.
I nearly got it. I think that's a South American country. I'm going to go Ecuador.
Oh.
Boom. So, kids, watch your World Cup or your Summer Olympics. You'll learn flags. Oh, sorry. And this is now Dougie.
This isn't going well. All I can think of in my head is things that I know it isn't. That's all that will come into my head.
Dougie, you've been no good on the chase.
I wouldn't.
Claire would not have you on the chase.
No. I'm going to have to pass. I literally can't think of anything.
Dougie, get some bean boozles, Dougie. Dougie's passed. So, Mark, who is it? No. Dominica.
Never going to get that.
I would not have got that one, so I got lucky there, Dougie, with the picking the evens.
These are tough. And these bean boozled are green, which worries me a little bit. Not too bad.
Not too bad. I hope you've seen the reaction.
Spoke too soon. What they are, but they are terrible. It's weird. All of these seem to start off okay, and then they have a terrible.
Are you feeling okay? I don't know I haven't looked at them properly. Are you feeling okay, Dougie?
Whatever that is wrong.
Right, so it's me. There's my flag.
You better get this wrong now.
Dougie. It's a tough one, this one, Dougie. I'm going to have a guess. Is it Swaziland, Mark?
Are you joking?
Flags. So I love geography in school. Dougie's final flag.
Why am I so bad at flags?
Dougie, it's my hidden talent. Maybe that's what I should have put on me 1-to-1 for.
Hidden talent.
Flags.
Did you choose this task with Bex?
No, Bex come up with. I asked Bex to do some rec challenges, and Bex came up with this one.
The closest I can get is turkey, but I know it's not turkey.
Do you want to have another guess? I know that that's not turkey.
It's not turkey.
Turkey's a
but
red
it's
flag.
the closest thing that's coming to me right now.
I'm not quite sure where the country is. I think it's more kind of Africa. Yeah, it's Africa, Middle East way.
Is it Israel?
It's not Israel, Dougie.
I'm done.
I know it's not Israel.
No.
You don't know. Mark, what is the flag? I've got. I think it may be. If I get this right, does Dougie have double? Yeah. So Mark, who's the independent adjudicator, has just said that if I get this right, Dougie has double.
Oh, Mark.
I'm going to go for Sudan.
You're right.
Okay.
Take a handful,
Guys,
Dougie.
I am happy to do double, but for throwing me under the bus there, guys. I'm sure you'll agree. Get your votes in for Steve for a Gungeon. Get on Instagram and vote as many times as you possibly can for Steve for a Gungeon, because I was thrown under the bus there.
Guys, if you want to see this reaction again, vote Dougie. This is comedy gold.
Nobody's getting this reaction again.
Go on, Dougie, let us see you eat them.
I'm staying away from the green ones this time because they were vile. I'm not going to say they're not too bad this time.
You're learning, Dougie.
What is that? What are they? Seriously?
They're on the side, Dougie. It's on the side.
Oh, this is grim.
Oh. I feel sick for you, Dougie.
Get me out of here. That is horrendous.
Right, Dougie, thank you very much for being such a sport.
No problem, but I'm not coming on one of your lives again, Steve, because that was disgusting.
Dougie's promised not to come on the live again. Whilst Dougie is going to go, and we're going to watch a performance from the Royal Albert Hall. We're going to watch Archie performing. Thank you very much, Dougie.
Cheers, Steve. It's been a pleasure.
Lately, I've been counting all my blessings, starting from an adolescent. I've seen God many questions, trying to find a roomie. I've been grinding, I've been patient, I've been counting all my places, I've been dodging all temptations. Had the roomie, oh Lord, help me with my anger and my own thoughts. Tend to keep just rising like a sea, but I might blow up. Looking from the outside, they don't know us. All up in my veins, the kings, the queens, and now they know us. Remember all the late nights we were stressing. We had to hit the books and hit the sheets, you learn a lesson. Now I'm doing light shows. Deep less on the stage, you get your mind blown. Carry Irving, game 7, scoring on an ISO. Give insurance in my confidence, I'm just like Geico. About to hit the stage to get the lights low. Betting on my future, party power, get the dice though. Going up in levels, royalty, I'm getting mic though. Look at the enemy, I got a whole lot of enemies. I gotta hate the pride, the self-destruction, watch the enemy. I got a bigger purpose on this planet now. Never really got a doubt now. Written in the constellation, carved upon a big star. I got dreams of being a legend, dreams of being a rock star. But my mama knew I saw her pull up in a new car. I think she like a range, a house upon the hill. For me to reach these goals, I've got to utilize my skills. Sleepless now, no stress, yeah. Sleepless, yeah. No stress. Alcohol, make some noise right now.
Now a coaster, grind back on my shoulder. injury time, I won't lose composure. Wiser now, I'm older. Actions in my words, cameras on me and need exposure. Get shot at the contact, be yourself, that persona. Give to the gap, my progress. News to the jug and lost his things, and I'm thinking that rehab's hopeless. Should've gone homewards. Imagine the words like hocus pocus. No batter a planted seed. My body to ring like Sam Will Smith when I step on the screen. Forced into wishes, suppressing all his dreams. Institutionalization, burning out salvation. Schools are crematorium for creation. They wonder why the youngest generation lose some patience. The government need maintenance. Coalitions corrupt and fueled by Satanists. Working like the slaves. No umbrella when it rains. So it's like no umbrella when it rains. A love of Mother Nature, I love to embrace. Drawing swords like the Middle Ages. Olders watching puzzle faces. Cage made of visual papers. Metal talk, can someone save us? Look my path before I pass out. Hear my creator and he's speaking through my mum's mouth. Stories of the savior. Said I'm just trying to speak my mind with my rhymes. And minds like the savior. Stories of a savior. Said I'm just trying to speak my mind with my rhymes. Enlightened minds like the savior.
See, as you come from all different backgrounds, and we're all here as a testament to tell every single person in this room, in this venue, that we can achieve more than what people expect us. We can achieve more than our reality tells us to.
Very true.
We can do more. We can be more, see more, and do more. And we are all testaments to that idea that we can be greater than ourselves.
Be blessed, 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 be blessed.
Never gonna stop right now. Even if they knock me down, no. Stand up, clap. Never gonna stop right now. Even if they knock me down. Yeah, let me see you.
Never gonna stop right now. Even if they knock me down, no. Never gonna stop right now. Even if they knock me down. All I want to control. Never gonna stop right now. Even if they knock me down. Oh,
never gonna stop right now.
Never.
Even if they knock me down.
Stop, yeah. Never gonna stop right now. Come on, keep it going. Come on.
Never gonna stop right now. Even if they knock me down.
Never gonna stop right now.
Even if they knock me down.
Never gonna stop right now. Even if they knock me down. Never.
I'm gonna make some noise.
Come on. Love it. Come on. Come on, 1, 2, 3, come on. Love all yous.
By Archie and also some other young people from the network, which just shows you the amazing power of collaboration. Working with youth zones from across the country to put on a fantastic performance like that. And I know a lot of guys got the chance to go down and perform and to view. And we've got our next guest now. It's coming on. You will remember him as our former sports coordinator, Tom Dale. Tom, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Steve. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Tom. Looking very boy bandish, dude.
I need my lockdown haircut. It's well overdue now.
You're looking well. How are you keeping?
Yeah, really good. Thank you. Missing the Hive every day, but doing well now.
Brilliant. How's your new job? How's your new role?
Yeah, I'm not there anymore. It's a short-term contract, but I really enjoyed it. Learn lots of new stuff. But when you work at a place like the Hive, no job after that ever compares. So, but no, everything's really good.
Well, working at the Hive's like playing for Liverpool, Tom. Once you leave Liverpool, you're only going downhill, aren't you? Once you leave the Hive, it's just downhill. We know that. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for agreeing to come on.
That's a pleasure.
I'm sure our young people watching will be can't get my words out. I got a bit starstruck, Tom. They'd be made up to see you. So I've just got a couple of questions for you, Tom. Just so we can get to know a little bit about you and what the Hive meant to you. Sure. So what was it about the Hive that made you want to work here?
Well, I'd finished uni and I was working a different job, and I was looking for sort of jobs around sport, and I was looking at a load of different things, and I came across the job for sports coordinator at the Hive. And as you do when you're applying for a new job, I did a bit of research, and I remember coming across a video on YouTube of some of the young people. I think Alex was in it, and it was they were visiting another youth zone. I think it was maybe Bolton or Madlow. I saw, you could just see how much it meant to the young people that were at Madlow and the young people that were in the development group for the Hive. And there's an interview there with Alex, and you can see how excited she is about planning for this amazing new youth zone to open. I applied for the job. I remember getting an email offering me an interview, and I came up to Birkenhead for the interview and had a tour around with Stuart. And it was middle of holiday club, and everything was really busy. There was tug of war going on in the sports hall, and lots of stuff going on rec. And just from that tour, that moment I was there, I knew that it was like an incredible place that I had to work there. So, then I got the job, and it was exactly how it looked. It was just as amazing as how it was, and more so.
That's brilliant, Dan. I'm not sure how many of our young people know that, but you actually relocated to come and work here at the Hive, didn't you, Tom?
Yeah, that's right. I moved up from where I'm from, Brackley, which is down, south of Birmingham. And I was so blown away by how amazing it was, and the young people that I met when I was doing the tour that I knew straight away that I had to just, head on up and take the job.
And that was definitely our gain. Sorry. So, what's the biggest thing that you miss about being at the Hive, Tom?
Oh, there's so many things, Steve. That's such a difficult question because every day there's like I'm doing something else in a different job, and I'm thinking about the Hive, and every other job feels like a job, but the Hive it didn't at all. And the thing that I would say I put above everything else is just being on session and speaking to all the different young people across all the different areas of sport, and I get to see people on rec and in the arts as well, and all the different young people and the amazing things you get to learn off them as well. And it was really special.
I think my favourite memory of you, Tom, is when you hosted the hustings, and I thought,
oh yeah,
you were fantastic when you done that. And obviously, being like the sports coordinator, you were very passionate about politics as well. And I think, as youth workers, we want to promote social change, and we want to. What's the right word? We want to inspire young people to kind of take an interest in their community. And I thought what you done that night, and the way that you went about it, and the way that you engaged young people and involved, interested in their local community, it's probably one of the best pieces of youth work I've ever seen delivered. So like that will always be like my eternal memory of you. That and the dodgy shirts you used to wear on our but we'll leave that one there. So what did you feel was like your biggest challenge when you were working here?
Yeah, well, you sort of alluded to it earlier. Is moving up. I sort of living down in Brackley, and left everyone that I knew to come up, and sort of take a new job where I didn't know anyone. But just within a week or so, the team had welcomed me in, and it felt like I'd known people for years, and they really welcomed me in. And then meeting the young people, I think anyone who's before working in a youth zone can sort of testify to this, is that it can be quite a nerve-wracking thing coming into a busy youth zone where there's lots of different people running around and things. But the young people made me feel so welcome as well. So the biggest challenge that I was sort of apprehensive about didn't really turn out to be something to be worried about, because the staff and all the young people across the youth zone just really made me feel welcome.
I think the fact that we've asked you to come back, you were very, very popular with the young people, and you left a kind of legacy. You moved on, but you left like Chris in charge, and from hard work that you put in, the sports offer has continued to grow, and that's down to yourself putting those foundations, putting the work in that you did with Chris, and it's very much appreciated from all the young people. And I want to ask you now, Tom, what is your favourite memory? And if you've got a couple, that's fine.
Yeah. Again, there's so many. I guess my favourite memory would be going on tool ships. I was really lucky to be able to take a group of young people on tool ships, which, for those who don't know what tool ships is, there's a charity that take a team of young people onto a yacht, and we sailed it around from the bottom of England in Devon all the way around the coast and back up to Liverpool into the Albert Dock. And we put together a group of young people that some knew each other from before, some didn't know each other, and wouldn't necessarily have spent any time with each other before. And over that week, the team really gelled together, and some friendships were born out of that. And I remember months down the line after tool ships, seeing the people that had met on tool ships still being friends around the youth centre, around the youth zone, and that whole experience was just incredible, just for myself as well, going around on the boat around England. Although all the young people that went on that did witness me throwing up into a bucket in the middle of the night when I was very seasick, so that wasn't necessarily a highlight, but the rest of it was all really fun.
I was going to ask you if you were sick during it, because I can imagine it really gets to the stomach and makes you sick. And I think one of the other memories is you took a group of young people skiing, didn't you, as well, Tom?
Yeah, that's right.
Did you have any occurrences or anything that happened when you were skiing? Is there anything that you can talk about on that one, Tom?
Well, so we went to snow camp over at the Chill Factory in Manchester. Again, took a group of young people to learn to ski and snowboard. And as the member of staff that went across, I got to learn to ski as well. At least that was the idea anyway. So I put some skis on, and everyone else was getting on quite well learning things, and I was trying to learn as well, but much slower learner than all the other young people. And all the young people got to go to the top. They're like, right, we think you're all ready to go to the very top of the big ski slope here and go down. So off they went, and I went up as well, foolishly thinking, I can't be shown up by the young people. And off they went. They were zigzagging down. So when you ski, you got to go side to side to make sure you're not going too fast. And I started off and just couldn't turn. So I just bombed straight down. And at the bottom, there's a big crash mat. And in front of a whole packed ski slope, I went down what felt like 100 miles an hour and crashed straight through the crash mats, rolled on the floor. Everyone was laughing.
So, Tom, have you ever skied since?
No, I haven't. And I don't plan to.
Tom, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it. We hope everything's going well. And please, when the time is right, don't be a stranger and come in and visit us.
I can't wait. I'll be back as soon as I can.
With the tall ships being your highlight, we have actually got a video of the tall ships. So if you want to kind of watch on, and we'll play the video. So thank you very much for joining us, Tom, and take care, mate. Lovely to see you.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
So this is the snake bit. This is where all the main ropes are. So you've got the main sheet for the main sail. You've got all the other ropes to go along the boat. So this is where the steering wheel will be. You've got a built-in compass. Just in front of you there is screens for showing you how deep the water is, the wind. There's a little compass to tell you where the wind's coming. You have your bunk, you have safety harness which you'd put over yourself and strap them two together. You have the kitchen area and the main food table. The gas cooker itself is on a little rivet, so it can move with the waves.
Get funky!
fantastic video. And guys, if you ever want an experience of going on the tall ships, come and let us know, because that is something that we will be hoping to do again once we're allowed and once we're back open. As you can see, I've got Alex with me. Hi, Alex.
Hi.
Hi. You don't need to be shy. So Alex is, again, another young person, former member, now a volunteer, and one of the original members of the Youth Zone Development Group. Is that right,
Yeah.
Alex? Brilliant. Right, Alex, before I ask you some questions, I'm just going to ask Lewis, do we have a bit of an update on the Gungeon? Who's leading, who's losing, who's in the middle? Do we know? Just waiting for Lewis to, he's just going to tell me in the ear. So the lowest amount of votes at this moment in time for the Gungeon is Head of Youth Work, Jill Plevin. In third, Junior Club and Holiday Club lead, Trina. In second would be myself. And in first can be the one and only Dougie Oliver. So keep the votes coming in, guys. Keep them coming in. At the end of the night, we will cut the voting off just before our last guest, so we will know who it is that will be getting gunged. But keep the votes coming in. So anyway, Alex, thank you very much for joining us. It's lovely to see you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm made up to see you, and I'm enjoying being on the live. How are you? How are you feeling about being on the live?
Good, yeah.
Are you a bit nervous? Strange?
Yeah.
What's it like being on the other side of the screen? Because you normally watch the lives with Rach and myself, don't you?
Yeah, it's very weird, but it's nice to see how it's all like set up.
It is. It's good, isn't it? And, you know, Lewis is really clever. So well done, Lewis, because he sets most of this up with Ellen and Jim. So, Alex, got just a couple of questions for you. It's dead simple, dead easy. Okay, so first question that I want to ask you, Alex, is how has the Hive helped you?
The Hive's helped me loads. So, like, before I was involved in the Hive, I was quite shy. I didn't really have many friends, and the Hive's built my confidence, and it's given me skills that I wouldn't have had before. I've met loads of new people. I've had loads of opportunities, and it's just helped me in loads of ways.
No, that's brilliant, and it's, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, but it's kind of hard, and I do remember, but it's kind of hard to remember the fact that, like, you did suffer with a lack of confidence, because it's so nice and so amazing to see how far you've come. Whereas now you come and you volunteer and you help us with help Beck setting up rec sessions, you help with the juniors and things like that, and it's what makes our job really nice, is seeing you as the person that you are now and how far you've come as an individual. So well done you, and keep it up. What was the best lesson that you would say that you've taken away from the Hive?
I think looking back now, and I say it a lot to you, don't I can't believe the way I acted sometimes. Like, I think the lesson that I learned was you knew what you were talking about when you were helping me. And I hate to admit it, but 9 times out of 10 you were right, and everyone else was, all the staff pretty much.
I think you're probably one of the few people that's ever told me that I knew what I was talking about. But no, I think, you know, when you say like how you like used to be or how you behaved, I think, you know, you've got to give yourself a little bit of a break. You were a young person growing up and you were learning, and lots of things were going on, and you had lots of information to take in, and you just needed to find your way. And, you know, we all just wanted the best for you, and that's what we tried to do, was to just try and guide you. And you've done the hard work. It wasn't us, it was you. You are the person you are today because of what you've done. So what does the Hive mean to you?
It means everything. It's a place where, even now as a staff member, I can come and know that I am fully supported. Like, you always listen to me about everything repeatedly. And I really honestly don't know how you listen to all the stuff that I say because I just moan a lot.
You don't moan.
Not
You
anymore,
don't.
but I did. But it is a place where I feel like I've got a second family. And I just love it. It's a place where I'm at my happiest.
Me too. And I'm so happy to hear that because that means that all the team and that have done a good job, and that's what we're here for. So what is your favourite memory? And if you've got more than one, that's fine. You can have one or two.
I've got loads.
You can even have a top three, I'll let you.
So of the Youth Zone Development Group or in general?
The Youth Zone Development Group, your time at the Hive, or just in general, however it is that you want to.
My favourite memory was doing Mark's interview. I just love it, and it's always my.
Can you remember the joke?
Yeah.
Go on then.
So he said, "Why did the chicken cross the road?"
Well, I don't know. Why did the chicken cross the road, Mark?
To get to the idiot's house. Knock knock.
See what you've done there.
But the funniest part about it was I told Tash it the day before and she didn't get it. She was going, chicken who? The funniest part of it.
So Tash was the idiot?
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying?
My other favourite memories would probably be obviously meeting Harry and Meghan. And just all the fun that we'd have on session, like the laughs, the jokes. I think a massive skill that I learned was my ability to be creative with all my little projects that I did. Like, I love doing them now still.
Yeah.
So I think like memories like that will always stay with me.
That's brilliant because you really are creative as well, and I'm glad that you've carried that on, because I think you used to beat yourself up a bit or go, I can't do this, I can't do that, and you actually can, and you do. And I know that, like, Bex may not thank me for this, but you know, if Bex was ever to move on from a job and do another role, we could come to you because you helped Bex massively, and I know how much Bex appreciates that, and I know how much Bex raves about the work you do. So you show your creativity there, but you do have Bex to thank for this because you now have got to do a rec challenge.
Oh.
But the Youth Zone Development Group are all doing the same challenge. So it's to see who can do it the best. But that's the best. So there's cream by you. So I need you to put it on your hand, come up real quick and sort of stop yourself so the cream goes up and you've got to try and catch it in your mouth. I'd suggest that you stand up for it. I'm thinking Alex can get this. I've got confidence that Alex is going to catch this. More. That's it. If you just put it on the side there for us, that. Go on. After 3, it's the other way around. No, because you go up and hit down. 1, 2, 3. Go up really quick. Have another go. Yeah, you can have another go, or you can eat a bean boozle.
I'll eat bean boozle.
Today, Alex has chose to eat a bean boozle instead. Don't have to spin the wheel. It's up to you.
Oh, it's not nice.
Look at the camera.
It's not nice. What is it?
I don't know.
Stinky socks.
Look, Alex is just that, a stinky sock. But Alex, thank you very much for joining us. To see it out, we're going to have Junior Pop Choir. Junior Pop Choir are going to come and join us. Thank you very much, Alex. It was a pleasure having you.
Yeah.
What a fantastic performance by our junior pop choir. And we are very, very, very lucky, and I feel a little bit awestruck to be joined by one of the members of junior pop choir, Rose Rawson. How are you, Rose? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good? If you just want to hold that mic nice and close because so the people can hear you. Thank you for joining us. Are you nervous? What are you nervous about? Yeah, but like you're probably one of the best young people I've ever spoke to in my life. You're really, really confident and articulate and eloquent. So I think it's me that's nervous because I think that you're going to show me up now. What do you think? Maybe. So, Rose, I've got a couple of questions for you. The first question, just so everyone can hear, we just need to make sure that we keep that mic nice and close because people can't hear. What does the Hive mean to you?
The Hive means loads to me. It's given me a place to go. And I've met so many new people and it's just made me really, really, really happy.
It's made you really, really happy. And have you made lots of friends here?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. So what is your favourite thing about the sessions?
I mean, I love seeing friends. Like, there's loads of fun activities to do.
So what type of fun activities do you do, Rose?
I mean, I like climbing and obviously like pop choir, things
Pop.
like that.
So who's your favourite, Molly or Lizzie?
I like both of them.
You like them? That's a good answer. Well done. Very diplomatic. Well done. How do you feel that the Hive has helped you, Rose?
The Hive's helped me so much. I was so shy and timid before the Hive. It's just helped me learn to use my voice.
So it's helped you to use your voice because you felt shy and timid. And we done like a little thing the other day, didn't we? Where we done like a consultation, didn't we? And you came in and you really, really used your voice really, really well. Are we switched on now? Oh, so all that we've just done, Rose, we've kind of missed. So should we start again?
Yeah.
Should we start again? So tell people, what does the Hive mean to you?
The Hive means so much to me. It's given me a place to make friends and just be happy.
And be happy. Is it like a little bit of a safe space for you?
Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. So tell us again, what's your favourite thing about sessions?
I mean, I love spending time with my friends, but there's so many fun activities.
And what are some of those activities that you like doing?
I enjoy climbing and I love pop choir.
Do you find that climbing's a little bit up and down? Is that a bad joke?
Not really.
Not really. You're the only person that's ever told me that. Have you got any good jokes for me, Rose?
Not really. I'm not very good at jokes.
You're not really very good at jokes. So I think the guys may have heard me ask you before who was your favourite out of Molly and Lizzie, and you very diplomatically answered that you like them both equally, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. So how has the Hive helped you?
The Hive's helped me so much. I was so shy and timid before the Hive. It's just helped me make friends.
And
Use
what
my
have,
voice.
yeah, and use your voice, which you do really, really well because you're part of the junior council as well, aren't you, Rose?
Yeah.
And I think that's what I was saying before we kind of went back because we done a consultation the other week, didn't we? And you were with seniors and you were with adults and you really, really used your voice really well and you made really nice points and you've done it in such a way that was very, very mature and in some ways way beyond your years. So I think like you are fantastic at that. So you keep that up, okay? What's your favourite memory? And if you've got more than one, that's okay.
I mean, I have loads of memories. But I remember, it's like my first couple of weeks at the Hive. I remember meeting one of my first friends, Cleo.
Cleo,
and I
okay.
remember her introducing me to Ellen and Travis and all my other friends. And then them introducing me to like pop choir and council. And I remember them like being the first people that really spoke to me. It's just like my favourite memory.
So that's your favourite. So from there, that's where you grew your friendship circle and that's your favourite memory. That's really, really nice. Right, before we do our challenge, and I haven't given anybody else the chance to do this, do you want to ask me a question?
What's your favourite thing about the Hive?
My favourite thing about the Hive is being able to work with young people like you, Rose, and seeing how you grow and develop and just listening to you and because I think you're all amazing. So are you ready for our challenge?
Yeah.
So you can see on the table next to you, you've got some after 8 mints, and we're gonna have a race, me and you. But if you win, you'll go for him not being my favourite again, okay? So we're gonna put on our. Do you know how to do this? Yeah. And Bex told me that you were brilliant. So is that true?
Yeah.
Right. After 3. Mark, can you keep your eyes on Rose? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh. Ah. Oh, what? Rose, you'll have to talk. My mouth is full. Is there anything that you want to say to everybody watching?
Not really.
Not really. You don't want to wish anyone happy birthday?
I don't think I know anyone's birthday actually is.
It's the Hive's. It's the Hive's 4th birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, the Hive.
Right. So what we're going to do now, Rose, is we're going to watch another blooper reel. Thank you very much for joining us. As always, it's an honour. And thank you. And I'll see you in a bit, okay? Thank you, Rose.
Hi!
Hey.
Hi! Hi!
Oh, don't pull it! Don't pull it! Stop, put it up, put it up, put it up, put it up.
Missed it again.
I did. I think joke done and you leave me alone.
He's shaking it. Favourite memory since working at the Hive is telling Adam Mellor, "You'll do nothing!"
On a daily basis, how these amazing staff change people's lives.
You asked me.
I'm going to ask you the question to be sure. What's your favourite memory over the past 12?
Is that fun, darling? Can I take mine on like a lounge seat? What are your favourite memories of the last? What's your favourite memory of the last 12 months? What's your funniest memory?
Yeah, it's not about money.
It's not about
You got this, Travis. Make him wait for it.
My favourite, I was thinking, it's the funniest. No, you can't. It's the funniest, the most memorable, and thank you. Okay. One of the moments, I think that's no, it's not good. You're gonna do that.
Question, John? Write it down, mate.
So my favourite memory is.
You got it?
Why would you do this to me? So why is it in the office?
No, that's a quarter.
My favourite movie was last.
Funniest memory. Hang on. It shouldn't be this difficult. You're gonna ask again, or so just go straight into it? Go straight into it. My funniest. Oh my god, I can't think. Okay. Hang on. My funny. I can't even say the word. I can't say the word. Okay, I'm gonna get it this time. This is it. This is the one. You're laughing now. Come on, Mark, you can do this.
She's like, you will not move this.
No, no. No! No!
We're not camera ready.
I am, but you're throwing square bars backwards at me. He's getting ready to bounce a ball.
Please let that happen. Please let that happen.
Shot.
Please let that happen. And I think we're doing all this show.
I don't mind public speaking, just not to a video.
No damp on the shoulders, aren't you?
Get off your phone! You're so bouncing! Let's finish what are you doing?
No, me and Izzy are being interviewed as if it's Australian.
That's staying in.
Guys, hope you enjoyed watching some of those bloopers from over the years. Who knew Claire from The Chase was all about the thug life? Did you know that, Trina?
That's hilarious.
Na 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 na. Claire G. Trina, thank you for joining us.
You're very welcome, Steve.
How are we?
I'm good.
You're not nervous, are you?
A little bit. I'm
A
not
little bit.
particularly comfortable with being live like you. You know, you're a professional. But
I wouldn't say that. How did they feel watching Rose? You must be very, very proud.
I am. I'm proud of all our young people, but yeah.
She's such a little star,
She's
isn't she?
lovely, yeah.
She is.
She's lovely.
So, Trina,
Yes,
I'm going to get straight.
Steve?
I'm going to cut straight to the chase. What's the biggest change you've seen since we opened our doors?
Wow. I think for me, the biggest change, and it's probably a little bit predictable, but obviously we're working on juniors. I get to see our juniors sort of grow and develop and become seniors. And I think especially over the pandemic, like some of them have come in and I'm like, wow, you've gone really tall really quickly.
And develop deep voices.
Yeah, so I think it's that, and it just feels like a little bit of an honour to see that, Steve, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And have that job where we can kind of see that, and not only that, we see sort of our seniors become, transitioning into young adults, and yeah, like I say, I feel very privileged to be able to see that.
Yeah, and I think we're really, really lucky, as you just said, with some of our seniors. We've seen Tash, we've seen Alex, and they are two classic examples of some of our seniors that have grew to be adults. I was going to say grew up, but I think Tash is a youth worker. So is Alex. He volunteers, and I don't think youth workers ever grow up, do they?
No, not really.
Well, apart from me, I just grew really tall. So what makes the Hive special to you?
Oh, well, again, like I say, it sounds a little bit predictable, but what makes it a really special place to work is the young people and the staff team, and just, the way the staff team will go to no ends to make sure that young people have the most amazing opportunities and stuff like that. It's obviously it's a magical building, which the people inside it that make it really, really, really special. I'm trying not to get too emotional, Steve. I'm like, you know what I'm like. I'll cry at anything.
No.
But yeah, it literally has to be the most amazing place I've ever worked with, the most amazing people. So yeah.
No, I agree with you 100%. So what's your funniest memory then? And that can be either young people or staff or both.
I'm just thinking, I don't want to embarrass your next guest, but I think in terms of staff, one of my funniest memories was when we first opened. And
so that member of the team that's coming on, so she'll remain nameless.
Yeah,
we can tell the story.
Yeah, we'll tell the story. I think it was when we first opened. Obviously, we were really, really busy. We had lots and lots of juniors in the building, and somebody mistook a flapjack on the stairs for something else, shall we say.
Yeah,
And what was it that he mistook it for?
I'm not going to say. But
I remember the call coming across the radio.
The shout over the radio was Code Brown, Code Brown. And in terms of the young people, honestly, just young people's energy makes me laugh every day. So I just think, you know what I mean, having this job, it's no 2 days are ever the same.
No, they're definitely not.
And there's just so many amazing little characters out there on juniors and the seniors.
Yeah.
And so it keeps me laughing every day. It's brilliant.
Brilliant. And what's your proudest memory?
Gosh, again, it's there's just so many.
I'm going after Parkinson's job, aren't I?
Yeah, there's just so many. But I think most recently, I'm really proud of everybody at the Hive, and that includes staff and members, and the way we've supported each other during lockdown. I think obviously there's a lot of emphasis on how the staff team have supported young people, but actually some of the young people have really kept me going over lockdown, you know.
100%.
And it's that sort of relationship that we all have, isn't it? Where, yeah, and it's supportive. And, you know, the young people have done lovely things for us, haven't they? They've brought in like cakes and cards and thank yous and wrote us lovely letters. So, yeah, I'm really proud of how we've all kind of pulled together over the pandemic.
I think you're dead right when you say that. And I think one of the things that I've come to kind of realise from when we had to shut the doors due to the pandemic was kind of how much I plugged into young people's energy.
Yeah.
So when it didn't have it, it was like, oh,
yeah.
Because as you said, I kind of fed off them as well, as much as like we tried to do stuff for them, they done stuff for us. And
definitely.
It's definitely a two-way relationship. So coming to kind of towards the end of the questions, what's your favourite memory?
Oh, again, there's just so many. It feels like years and years of memories, brilliant memories. But I think it just has to be seeing our young people represented the Hive at the Onside Awards at the Albert Hall. You know what I mean? I mean, I know you showed a clip earlier, and I just like got goosebumps again because I remember that moment when like we kind of sprung onto the stage and I was like, oh wow, this is so amazing. So yeah, seeing our young people sort of at the Onside Awards and my young leaders being nominated for an award and meeting Prince Harry and stuff. So yeah, when I say my young leaders, I say ours. I'm not taking the shit.
But you're really, really proud of them, and you rightly should be, because I think that's, again, another redeeming like factor. It is, we're seeing young people that came in 4 years ago. You know, we're talking about Tash being the first member, has gone on to be a staff member. We're talking about Rosie being our 1000th member, who is now a young leader and helps out. And it's so nice to see the young people like Izzy, like Molly, like Lennon, Mihail, who came to come to a youth zone, to come for their own enjoyment, and then giving something back to the younger generation. And that, it's so heartwarming and lovely. So that is fantastic.
And Steve, honestly, when you add up the amount of their own time that they've given to support junior sessions, it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing young people. My juniors are amazing. My young people, I keep saying me, don't mind, don't I? But yeah.
That's because you're like a mother hen, isn't it? That's what it is. A bit of a mother hen.
They are amazing.
Right. We've got a rec challenge, but I don't know if you wanted to ask me a question. Sorry, Tina.
Okay, I've got a bit of a difficult one for you, Steve.
Okay. Is this to throw me off me off me flow?
All right. Okay, so here we go. If you could change anything over the last 4 years, what would you change and why?
That is a difficult one. I guess if I'm being totally honest, I'm not one for kind of like regrets or going, because you've got to carry on moving forward. An easy one for me to pick would be that the pandemic never, ever, ever happened.
Yeah.
Because we would have still been having young people in. I don't really know what to change, because I've genuinely loved every moment. Sometimes it's been difficult, sometimes it's been hard, and it's been difficult things we've all had to deal with, and it changed them. I'd change things to make young people's lives easier if I could.
Yeah.
But in terms of, I believe we're all on a path for a reason, And I know that might sound a little bit kind of cliche or cheesy, but I believe that we're all on a certain path. So everything happens for a reason, and from that we learn and grow and develop. So I wouldn't change anything really, other than like what I said. If I could change some of the bad times for young people, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Very philosophical there, Steve.
I've been reading a little bit of philosophy. I haven't, but no, in my spare time, whenever I get some spare time. So anyway, Trina, our challenge, and I'm going to just put me stopwatch on.
Please tell me it's not Bean Boozled.
It's not Bean Boozled.
Okay.
I'm going to try and figure out how to work my watch, which you think I'd know how to do by now, but I don't. Okay, I've got my stopwatch on.
Okay.
Right, so
it's not a racing challenge.
It's a racing challenge,
but it's a run.
It's to see how many crackers we can eat in a minute.
Okay, so I've got to put my mic down.
Got to put your mic down, and that's a challenge between you and I for 1 minute. How many are you reckoning? Bex reckons we can get like 5 in a minute. 5? That's what Bex says. Bex the queen of rec. Right, are you ready? Steady, go. This is hard.
Oh, my God.
Halfway. It's all over me. Everyone can hear me chewing down the mic. That's a minute. How many did you do?
How many were you?
5, I think.
No.
Trina done 1. I done 2.5. That's a hard challenge, Bex.
To be fair, I'm not even finished eating that.
Bex, whoever does that, I'm not even. I need to get it. I've got crumbs all over me.
Get me some water, is all I'm saying.
Look at that. Anyway, Trina, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for your question. It's very hard. And we're going to watch a performance now. And this is a really, really special performance. Bit of a tearjerker. So someone best get a tissue for Jill. And this is from one of our Hive Ability members, Courtney Powell, and her dad singing. So enjoy the performance, guys, and I'll see you on the other side.
I got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I got the month of May. Are we ready all together? Let's hear it. Well, I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this all together? She's our girl. She's my girl. She's our girl. Talking about my girl. My girl. I got so much honey, bees sending me. I got a sweeter song than the birds in a tree. Are we ready, guys? Let's sing our girl. Come on. Well, I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way? All together. She's our girl. She's my girl. She's our girl. Talking about my girl. My girl. Ooh. All right. On the count of three, boys and girls, we're going to go hey, hey, hey. Are we ready? On the count of three.
Hey, hey, hey.
Lovely. Three.
Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, yeah. I don't need no money. But you go. Ooh, I got gold and riches, baby. What can we play? Well, I guess you'd say,
What can make me feel this way? Is my girl.
he's my girl, he's my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl. Talking about my girl.
I got sunshine on a cloudy day with
My girl. Talking about my girl.
Talking about my girl.
My girl. My girl.
You got me talking about my girl. My girl. My girl.
My girl.
Oh.
Hello. Oh. Oh. I'll have to just do the interview for you.
I think it switched it off. I think I've lent on it and it switched it off. On. I'm back on. I'd switched myself off. So, yeah, I just introduced our former art coordinator and she jumped right in as per usual. So welcome, Jen. Welcome back to the Hive.
Thank you. Thanks for having me back.
How does it feel to be back?
Do you know what? Just as soon as you come in the building, you're just back in, aren't you?
You're back in.
Everyone's welcoming. The strangest thing is there's only a few young people here.
It is, isn't it? But
Some lovely old familiar faces and some juniors that look about 25.
I'm not sure they'll be thankful for you saying that. Like, cheers. It's been a tough year. Good job, that Jen went. But what have you been up to?
I am, well, I was working in theatre, which anyone who knew me or knows me knows I love that. And then obviously the theatre's all shut, so I was off, and then I decided to go into teaching, which
Brilliant.
I always wanted to do anyway. So I'm an English teacher, nearly qualified.
Well done. English literature or English language?
Both.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, I teach mostly lit because I love that side of it, but both, yeah.
Oh, that's
Definitely.
amazing. Secondary school as well. Well done. That's amazing. So, I want to get to my questions.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What can you remember of your earliest days at the Hive? Or the earliest days of the Hive? What are your first memories?
I think because we were here from the start, there was so much going on before we even opened the doors. Like, there was so much preparation. I even remember like ordering all of the music kits, like all of that sort of fine detail. And then it moved into like the school stuff, going into schools, doing the outreach, having schools in. And then we did our first live at the Hive, didn't we, before we opened? And just kind of that gave us a sense of this is going to be really special, this place. Like, this is what we can do. So they're my like, really earliest memories. And then obviously just opening and that first kind of year up until Christmas, we did so much in terms of performances. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased, but everything that we did was just such high energy. It was just amazing. I haven't got any jokes. In the meantime, I'm going to tell a joke, which is the joke that got me the job. Okay, so it is relevant and it is terrible. The joke was, and the young people in the development group will know this. They said, "Tell us a joke," and I said, "How do Eskimos build their houses? How does an Eskimo glue it together? How does an Eskimo build a house? He glues it together." I did a terrible. That was awful. That Lewis is in here. We're nearly there, guys. Sorry. Technical hitch. Any more jokes? Because I just did a terrible example of that one.
And that just goes live TV. So I'm back on. Thank you for holding it for me, Jem. I love the joke. How does an Eskimo build his house? He glues it together.
Yeah, but
that's how you delivered it.
It didn't come out that way.
But it got you the job.
It did. It did get me the job. Hopefully other things as well, but.
Well, it got you lots of things. But so going back to like we were saying before, that first year we done so much. There was so much, and you were a major part of that. And I think that kind of set the foundations for the following years. So thank you for all that you've done, and it was so special that you were working with us. It really was. But you were saying before that you ordered all the music equipment. You also ordered all the clipboards, didn't you? Why are you laughing, Jem? What's funny about ordering clipboards?
So I think I thought I was ordering 12 clipboards.
How many did you order?
I ordered 12 packs of 12. So there were 144 black clipboards. And they're still going strong, evidently. So
They are.
I obviously ordered in bulk and they've lasted 4 years.
They have. We're never short of a clipboard. And I think it's funny because they're the little stories that I love that like people kind of don't see behind the scenes. And it's the flapjack that you thought was a number 2. Those little things like that. And I think that's what makes it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, keeps us going, doesn't it? Makes us laugh.
So like I know through past experience of speaking to you, you're a massive advocate for like youth work and for youth zone. So why do you think that the Hive is important?
I was thinking about this earlier, and I was thinking, it comes down to, it sounds like a bit of a tagline, but I think it's like options, giving young people options and opportunities.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was thinking about the kind of somewhere to go, something to do, someone to talk to. And ultimately, not all people have nice homes. And obviously, I'm a teacher, so, not all young people like school, or they're not, suited to our education system. And so it's another place they can go and grow and learn and kind of develop as a person. That if that wasn't there, then there's a gap, isn't there? There's something that might have been missing. And they never would have known that if they didn't have it.
No.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
And then I was also thinking when I've been watching people, obviously it's all about young people, what we do, but it's about the staff and the volunteers as well, and the patrons and everyone who is involved in the Hive, the benefits that it gives their life as well in the community.
But I think that's the key thing is it changes a community. It makes a difference within a community, and I think like you kind of hit the nail on the head a little bit with, and you are now a teacher and you've seen both sides of it. Not every young person likes school, not every young person is cut out for school, but I think what I like to think is what we do here at the Hive is it's that informal education. It's the conversations that you might be too scared to have a little bit, and you can have with a youth worker or you can have with peers, and you can self-educate yourself in a way that's no pressure. You don't have to go and do an exam, you don't have to complete a thesis or a homework. It's a little bit of like growing up and maturing and learning, isn't it?
And having the space to try things out. I think this place gives young people opportunity, massively. Just trying things that they never would have been done before.
Yeah, definitely. So what's your funniest or most embarrassing memory from your time here?
Well, Trina stole it. So it was that one that I was going to say. But I think
There were definitely more.
I know there are more. You want to say what they are? Quite embarrassing. I do things by accident, don't I? That make me embarrassed. It was the flapjack on the stairs that made me really embarrassed, and it was hilarious. But I think we talking about funnest memory. Like, you know, just things that we laughed at, like Hive again, the first one. The juniors' response to that was honestly the funniest thing I've ever seen. At points we thought, are we taking this too far? But it was just so funny.
You and Trina and Jill and a couple of others felt that because you had the conscious.
Yeah.
And then there were others like myself who were like, no, let's go further. Let's get them back. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, all the fun we had, like the school's out and stuff, we just laughed and laughed and laughed. And the great thing is that the staff and the young people all having that time together, that fun time together.
Definitely. So what's your favourite memory then?
Again, I'm biased because I was the arts coordinator, but I think the performances, all of them, but the first few that we did, I think. So I talked about the first lab, Hive, and the fashion show was a huge highlight. I think about that quite often, mainly because young people are so creative in ways I've never really thought of. Like, you think of a fashion show as like high fashion, don't you? And
yeah.
Posing, and it wasn't like that at all, was it? They were dressed up in like mad outfits and got a big dragon coming down.
But they made some amazing outfits.
It was just so outlandish, wasn't it? And then we had music, and the young people compared it, and Rach and some young people did all the makeup. We had Andrew Collins doing the hair. It was like a proper team effort. And
it was
in the September after we opened the April.
Yeah.
So it made us kind of go, yeah, like let's just carry on delivering at this standard and making these amazing shows. And then we did continue to, and obviously you still do continue to. So
definitely, and I think that's something that we can't wait to get back to when the time is right. And I think the fashion show for me was one of the first like kind of moments when I realised the impact of what a youth song do or what we could do. Mm-hmm. And it's something that always sticks with me is because I remember it was Kaylee Hulse, and Kaylee Hulse had made her own costume and she come bounding down a runway. That's the right word, isn't it? And it happens to just kind of catch her look at her dad. And as I looked at her dad, I seen her dad kind of like, she was full of pride because she'd made this amazing outfit. She was so happy. She had the best smile on her face. And then as I looked at her dad was like beaming back with pride. And it just so lucky really to just catch that moment and in that split second. And I can still see it in my mind's eye now, and it still sticks. Even now, just thinking about it, I'm getting like a little bit of like a cold shiver down my back and stuff. And I just think that's amazing that like as a team, we were able to kind of make that happen for somebody. And I think as long as I live, that would be something that lives with me forever.
Yeah,
definitely.
Same, exactly the same. And I think about it all the time. You know, the special times we had in this building, and you obviously continue to have.
Yeah.
I'm talking past things for me, but amazing memories.
Brill. Well, thank you for joining us. But you're not getting away with it without doing a rec challenge. Again, this is Beck's one. So it's you against I. Being an English teacher, I'm going to speak properly. So we've got marshmallows, and it's a chubby bunny. Now you've got two types. The gluten-free. Oh my God.
I'm really joking. I wouldn't.
Okay. So you can pick either them or them. And it's to see how many marshmallows you can get in your mouth. You've got them there. Over guidelines, I've got your one. And I know how much you like your food, so I've got you one each.
We'll just ignore the fact that
you don't have to eat them. You can just think. Are you going for the small ones or the big ones?
What are you going for? Small.
I don't know. These might be vegetarian. I don't know. Doesn't it? Right, we're doing the little ones. You've got to count them.
Hang on a minute.
We're starting. It's not a race. It's just to see how many you can get in. Not meant to eat them. I've got 5. And then you got to say chubby bunny, chubby bunny, chubby bunny when it's full.
As you've noticed, Steve's gone to run to the bin to throw away his marshmallows as he can't speak, and Jen's done the same. They'll be back with you momentarily because Steve is just sitting back down. I think they're struggling. And
I was just more concerned with Steve's face. I thought he was gonna. And that put me off. He's still eating them. How many did you get? No, you never. You can get 12 in. 12. I think I got 6. Yeah.
But we're going to put a video on for you of your fashion show. And
Mine actually, it was just
well, the fashion show and some of the photos of your time here.
Thank you.
I think. How are we? Lewis, can you hear me? Well done, Lewis. So Lewis is our technical guru. He's our man behind the scenes. He is also a former Youth Zone Development Group member, young person, youth worker, and all-round technical guru. How's it going, Lewis? Brilliant. So, Lewis, what's the best thing about being involved with the Hive? What's your favourite part or your favourite memory of your Hive journey, Lewis? I can hear you, yeah. Can you hear me now? Yeah. I can hear you.
How about now? How
I
about
can
now?
still hear you.
So I had possibly a wrong button on mute. No?
Technical issues, guys.
Is this any better? Can you hear me?
Yay!
Hey! Hi everyone.
So Lewis, what's the best thing about being involved at the Hive?
So the best thing about being involved at the Hive is that every single day is so different and it's never the same. It's not a normal job, but it is also probably one of the most rewarding jobs.
Brilliant. And what's been your favourite part of your Hive journey?
I honestly think so. The favourite part of my Hive journey is that I've had the chance to support some of the most diverse and different young people across the world, and you know, we've engaged with over, like you said, this at the start of this stream, over 11,000 people. And looking back over 4 years, it doesn't feel like we've spoken to that many. So it's crazy, and I think that's my favourite part is that everyone's so diverse and everyone's so different.
Definitely. And what's your best memory?
So my best memory, it's really hard to pick one. So I've actually got two, and one's a bit of a cop-out. That one of my best memories are all of our major events, the big things that we do that happen at the different times of year, like Hiveageddon, schools out there, all like the best things ever. Ella's knocking on the door. Hello.
Have we lost Lewis again?
Have you lost me again? Good question. Is this any better? Who knows? It keeps breaking.
Should we go to our blooper reels, Lewis? The staff happy birthdays. We're gonna go to our next video, guys.
From everyone at Inspire You Song, happy birthday! Happy birthday to the Hive.
Happy birthday! We are 4, would you believe it? One of my favourite memories from not last year, but the year before, was when we done Hive Abilities Got Talent. Some of the talent that the young people on our Hive Ability session have got is incredible. I was blown away, and our winner was just amazing. And that's all. Have a good birthday, everybody. Bye!
Hey guys, it's Vinay from the way.
And Jack from the way.
Happy 4th
Birthday to the Hive.
Hello! Happy birthday everyone! It's the 4th birthday of the Hive. Who knew? Where has that time gone? Absolutely amazing. Just wanted to say thank you to all the young people who've walked through the doors, and everyone in the community who supports us, and everyone who made this possible over the last 4 years. It's been an incredible journey. I know things have been a little bit difficult the last 12 months, but you know, we're still going to celebrate. It's a fantastic achievement, and we've got so much to look forward to. My favourite memory would be opening day back in April 2017. It was amazing, one of the most exciting things I've ever been involved with, and to see the young people so excited to be walking through the door for the first time was just, it was absolutely amazing. I just wanted to thank everyone. Enjoy your birthday, happy birthday to Hive.
Happy 4th birthday Hive, enjoy your day and have lots of fun.
Happy 4th birthday everybody! I can't believe we've been open for 4 years. I've had so many amazing memories.
Some of my favourites have been Drag Night. I've loved all those performances. I've obviously really enjoyed doing the salon chats, which has been live on Facebook. We've spoke to some amazing people. Do you remember we spoke to Marcus Collins, Davina De Campo, even Andrew and Liz Collins? How amazing. Happy birthday, everyone.
Hi everyone at the Hive, my name's Lewis. Happy birthday!
Wow, 4 years? 4 whole years? I was lucky enough to be there from the very first day, and my goodness, the Hive has changed some lives, including mine, in a massive way. I mean, I can't imagine my life without it, to be fair. Let me take this opportunity to wish you a happy 4th birthday, and here's to many, many more.
Hi guys, it's Kaya from the Way Houston, and I just want to wish the Hive a really happy 4th birthday.
Right, recording. This at me.
It's a celebration. It's a celebration.
I've missed everyone! Yeah!
Hey!
Sing to Rosie.
It's a celebration.
Oh God.
Celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Around the world.
We can always rely on Jim to brighten up anybody's day, can't we? And he certainly done there. What do you think, Izzy?
That was amazing.
Did you love it?
It was amazing. It was lovely to say, yeah.
Can Jim dance better than you?
Yeah, definitely. I think he put me to
I don't know, because you forgot what our challenge is, and I think me and you need to do our dance moves at the end for our challenge, for the rec challenge. What are you saying?
Our dance moves?
Yeah? The ones that we were doing last on
Oh yeah, I can put you to shame with that, don't worry.
you want to put us to shame, right? So we'll do our questions and then we'll do our dance moves. Okay. How did you come to join the Hive, Izzy? I nearly called you Lizzie then. Izzy.
Well, I came to the Hive on the first day actually. I was struggling a lot with making friends at school, and I had certain friends who were a bit cliquey and stuff like that and didn't really, get along that well. And I heard about it from a friend, and I decided to give it a go. And just ever since then, I've loved it, and I've just kept coming back.
Amazing. So what does it mean to you? What does the Hive mean to you, Izzy?
I think the Hive means quite a lot actually. It's been a place where I've been able to go when I've got nothing else to do, or it's been a place where all of my friends have been. We can all go and do the things that we love, but we can also be together as well. And that's
If you can just hold that mic to you, that's why people can't hear you.
Oh, okay,
Imagine not being able to hear Isabel Schofield.
It'd be surprising, wouldn't it?
First time for everything. So how do you think that you've changed during your time here?
So obviously when I joined, I didn't have a lot of confidence. I was quite I had a certain group of friends, just a short group of friends. I didn't really speak to anyone who was different from me, because obviously I only speak to the people who I got along with. So I named myself back through this. It's put me off.
It's off-putting, isn't it?
But yeah, so my confidence grew. I got to do loads of different performances and stuff like that. And I just changed as a person completely, I think. And that's just been down to the Hive.
You done lots of really good things, didn't you? You were part of the voice group. You went to, was it Hobie, the college?
Yeah, so there was a Hobie conference based on confidence in itself, and that built it up a lot as well.
Brilliant. So what's your best memory?
I think my best memory, and I know it's been mentioned a lot, is probably the Onside Awards.
Yeah.
Just because of how big it was and the chance that we got and stuff like that. Obviously, Meghan Markle was there. The script was there, who I absolutely love, and I was majorly crushing.
And that fella that looks like me was there again, wasn't he?
Yeah, of course he was. It was hard to tell the difference,
Sick of him.
But yeah, that was definitely my favourite memory. I think the whole weekend was just great as it was, and
was just nice being away.
Brilliant. So because you forgot, we had a rec challenge. I mean, you meant to bring in slushes to see which one of us could drink a slush first to see if we could get brain freeze, but you forgot, didn't you? So now we've got to do our dances, haven't we?
Our dancers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Is it going to be like a dance off?
No, I think we just need to do it together, because if it's a dance off, you win.
Obviously. So are we going to do music or?
I don't know. Can we have any music blasted in quick? Have you?
Can someone bring the phone in here?
Someone bring a jukebox in. I don't think it's gonna. I think we're just gonna have to freestyle it.
Yeah, that's fine. I can work without the music. Don't worry.
Let's go then. Watch if this gets like loads of.
I feel like I'm doing Just Dance here. It was mixing the bowl. Oh, this slush is here. Didn't want to embarrass Steve too much.
I wonder who's gonna get brain freeze first.
I think I'm gonna have to give up.
Have you got a brain freeze?
And I've just had a cup of tea as well, so probably not mixing very well.
Izzy, thank you for joining us and being such a good sport and changing in. You can take your slush with you, yeah?
Yeah, thank you.
And you can get to enjoy it. I've got on my head. That's not a good game to play. Izzy, thank you very much.
No problem.
I'm not sure whether we're going to go back to Lewis or we've got videos. Lewis, what are we doing?
Hello.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Are we going back to you or are we playing the videos?
Is it working? Let's wait for the delay.
I can't hear you. I can hear you. We can hear you.
Hey, we've got cheering in the wreck.
We've got Ed Sheeran's in the wreck.
No, cheering in the wreck.
Where did we get to before? Lewis, what's the best thing about being involved at the Hive?
So the best thing about being involved in the Hive, it goes right back from the beginning, from when I did get involved, and it just meant that being involved with the Hive meant that young people can be heard and their voices can be listened to. So it's being able to be that person that listens to the young people. That's the best thing for me.
That's amazing. What is your favourite part of your Hive journey?
My favourite part of my Hive journey is having that chance to support some of the most diverse young people that are across the world, whether they're from different areas, they've got different ethnicities, sexualities, genders, and for me it's about being that person to help support them for whatever they need.
Brilliant. What's your best memory, Lewis?
My best memory, I've got two. So one of them is all of our major events, and that's a cop-out because we do loads of major events like this one now. I love Hiveageddon for its own reasons, like we get to scare young people. I also love, Schools Out because, the young people to get to have fun with us and gun jaws and whatnot. And then also, being able to do so many different job roles and being able to do so many different things here at the Hive is, one of my best things.
Amazing. So Lewis, just before you go, can you give us an update on our Instagram poll, because we're going to play the video. We've got a couple of videos to play next, and then Jill will be our final guest, but we need to know who the winner loser is of the Gungeon. Who is it, Lewis? Who is
So, before I came back on, I wrote down the poll numbers. So in 4th place and completely safe from being gunged, it is a joint position with 27 points each, Steve and Trina.
Get in!
You're both safe from being gunged.
Jill's having a heart attack.
With 27 points each. In 2nd place, and also safe from being gunged, is with 28 points, Jill. And that means the person with 34 points and being gunged tonight at the end of this live stream is Dougie.
Bex, can you get the gun seat set up outside for Dougie, please? And as soon as we finished our final conversation with Jill, we will be down to gunge Dougie.
Okay. And on that, here's some videos.
Play the videos, Lewis. Then and now.
So on the 4th birthday of the Hive, just a few memories of those 4, or for me, 5, 6 years. I guess probably the lasting memory is stood on the site of the Hive when it was just empty space, gravel, weeds. Just looking at that with a picture in my hand of what the Hive was going to look like. Very difficult to imagine, but it happened, it's built, and more importantly than the fantastic building that we've got is everything that happens inside that building, everything that makes a difference for young people. I still go back to that image every time I pull up outside the front door of that just empty space, and just really grateful for everything that it's become. I think in those 4 years, just so many good memories and of what's happened at the Hive. I think for me, probably the best and the one I always remember was the Hive Warp, I think, one of our musical performances, and a particular dance act. There must have been, I don't know, about 12 young people up on the stage, and at one point 2/3 of the young people went in one direction, the others went in the other direction. It probably wasn't a performance that was going to win Britain's Got Talent Grand Final, but actually it was 10 times better than that, because the smile on the face of every single young person taking part just spoke volumes. Everyone was enjoying themselves, living their best life, and that's what the Hive is all about. People having a go, taking part, doing what makes them happy, living the dreams. And in that moment, that, you know, confirmed to me that the Hive is everything it was set out to be and continues to be. So fantastic to celebrate our 4th birthday. Looking forward to the 5th, the 6th, the 10th, the 40th, and so on. And I'm sure the Hive will continue to make a huge difference to young people in Wirral.
You can see the difference that 4 years has made. You can see it on the staff faces. We were looking younger. We now look older. and also a birthday message from our CEO, Stuart. So thank you very much, Stuart, for that. And I am joined by our final guest of the evening, our head of youth work, Jill. Hi, Jill. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Have you?
Good, thanks. An amazing job tonight. You've been brilliant, very professional.
I tried my best, Jill. I winged it. We've had a few issues. Have you enjoyed the evening so far?
It's been lovely. It's been lovely to look back at loads of different things and see our young people's performances again, like Archie's performance.
Yeah.
That just blew me away again every time. So yeah.
Brilliant. So, Jill, how does it feel to be responsible for the whole youth work delivery at the Hive?
Am I responsible?
You're our leader.
Fine. It's hard at times because you're trying to get that balance right. I mean, it's the best job in the world, as you know, working here. But it is hard at times making sure that all our young people get the best experience, but making sure that the staff have an amazing job, and also, the boring bit like balancing the hair strings and all that. But that's when Mark shouts at me quite a bit because I spend too much money. But apart from that, no, it's just the best job in the world, but it can be difficult at times.
It is, and I think sometimes not everybody sees the behind the scenes, that it's not always laughing and joking and going along. There is a lot of serious stuff that needs to be done behind the scenes can be quite difficult and quite hard work. And with that in mind, what is it that drives you to do the job that you do?
I think we've seen it tonight. So the changes in our young people. So you see them when they came in 4 years ago and where they are now, and I don't really like to use the word the journey that they take, but it's such a privilege to watch it, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see somebody, and Alex will say, the amount of times we've said to Alex, you should be doing this, and she's stormed off or whatever. But now she says, yeah, what you said was right. She actually agrees, and so many of our young people, we've seen where we've given them advice and they've chosen either not to take it, and then all of a sudden it's like the penny drops and they think, actually, you do actually talk a bit of sense, do you? Occasionally, yeah. So I think it's that drives you, because it's just every day you see somebody change in such a positive way.
Definitely. So what is it that you're most proud of during your time at the Hive?
Oh my goodness, I mean, there's so many different things, but I think what we achieved this year with, COVID, the pandemic, we went from open access, and then overnight we had to close.
Yeah.
And I still remember that first Monday where we were all on Zoom going, what are we going to do? What do we do? How do we do this? And it was a totally different way of working, and it was within 24 hours we turned things around, and we made it as best as we possibly could for our young people and for staff as well, and our community. And I think that was really important, that perhaps even families or young people that didn't come here, we were able to support out in the community as
Definitely.
well. So I think for me, that what we've done and what we've achieved has been amazing.
Definitely, 100%. And I think that first 24 hours, I spent trying to figure out how to use Zoom.
Yeah.
And now I'm a Zoom master. But I think in all seriousness, Jill, like what you've said, it was about us reaching out into the community and being more than just a youth zone. And I think over the last year, under your stewardship, that's exactly what we've done. And I'm glad that we've done you proud in that sense. So what's your favourite memory?
I've been thinking about this because I knew you were going to ask me something like that, and it's just the hardest thing, because obviously we've had talk tonight about so many different memories, and our awards nights and the Royal Albert Hall. When Meghan and Harry came, I mean, that was just such a privileged moment, because they were so lovely.
Yeah.
But just little things. So Tracy and I go into to an old people's home and sitting with our group of juniors doing knit and natter. And then we went to a tea dance. Did you go to that tea dance?
I didn't, but I remember it, yeah.
How lovely was that,
That was the one that the Hive ambassadors helped organise, wasn't it? Yeah.
And that was a gorgeous moment, seeing some of our young people being shown how to waltz and dance properly, as my mum would say, dance properly. But yeah, things like that. So as much as the big events are amazing, the little events, sitting, showing a group of ladies showing our young people how to crochet and how to knit, and them just sitting there chatting over a cup of tea. How lovely is that?
That's amazing. No, it is, and I think we could spend all night. I think we spend all week, and I think we could come up with so many different memories. I think Jen alluded to something before and saying that we've done so much, not just in the first year, but the second year, the third year, and even just in lockdown. I think sometimes when you sit back and you reflect, you realise, wow, we've all been on this roller coaster of a journey together, and it's nice to celebrate that and just go, brilliant, and you're dead right, we've got the best job in the world.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
So that for me, Jill, kind of brings the end to the questions, to the interviews.
That's the end of everything, Steve, yeah?
Well, I'm happy to forego the rec challenge for you because I'm aware that it's getting late and there's young people watching and we've run over and Dougie's waiting in the cold.
Here's what I have got a question for you.
Okay.
So I'd like to know from you how many miles it is from here to future Youth Zone.
I'm not sure on how many miles it is from here to future Youth Zone.
I'll give you a little. So is it 84 miles? Is it 134 miles? Is it 154 miles?
I think it's 154 miles.
Well, it's not. It's 184 miles, Steve. So I think, you actually have to eat something strange, or so I'm going to pass you these gorgeous things over here. So you have to take the challenge. And would you like to tell everybody why I'm asking that question?
So Jill has asked me this question because from Monday, I will be going on a 3-month placement to Future Youth Zone. But I won't be a stranger. I will be about, and it will only be for 3 short months, and I will be back.
You will. You will be back. So I'll be coming down there to get you. So, yeah.
Do I need to eat one of these now?
No, 2 or 3. Actually, 4.
I'll try this one. They're vile. Why would anyone do that?
Why would anyone do that? I think you should put them all in your mouth at once.
No. That.
Oh, did you see that? He actually took it out of his mouth. That's not good.
Dougie's waiting.
Are we going to challenge Dougie now? I'm so excited about this.
Right, let me get my mask. We're going to go down to the skate park. Ella's waiting. He's making his way down being a good sport. There's
yeah, and glasses, I'd say.
Gotta make sure Dougie.
Dougie, hit your cards.
Have you got ice in that? Got ice in that? There may be a bit of ice in it, Dougie. What else is in it? Dougie, I've been on a live for the last 2 hours. I don't know what's in it. Guys, as soon as you come back, you want to put this side and just grab that for me.
Come on.
That is cold. That is really cold. Very well done, guys. Thank you very much. Take care. See you next year for our fifth birthday. See you tomorrow.